It's currently apple season here in South Florida. These tropical fruits go by a whole bunch of different names, but here in South Florida, they're commonly called Malay apples. When ripe, these fruits have a sweet, semi-floral taste to them. Unlike other types of fruits, once they're picked, they don't ripen on the counter, so one that's picked too early like this one will just rot. And if you try to eat it by itself, it's not good at all. Earlier, I managed to pick a whole bunch of these ripe fruits. But because the fruits grow so closely together, I accidentally knocked off a couple that were unripe. Luckily, even though the unripe fruit doesn't taste good by itself, they make great pickles, so let's go make some. My favorite way to pickle these is by making them into sweet and spicy dill pickles. They're so good and so easy. To start, I cut the fruit into wedge segments and remove it from the seed. Then I add the fruit along with all of these ingredients to a mason jar and we're ready to make the brine. The brine is 1 cup of water, 1.5 cups of white wine vinegar, half a cup of honey, 1/4 of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and 1 tablespoon of salt. Then I bring that to a boil, and then I add it to the rest of the ingredients in the jar and let it sit in the fridge for at least 24 hours. It's now the next day and it's time to try them. Because I didn't can them and these are just fridge pickles, they'll stay good in the fridge for up to 2 weeks. But you can also choose to can these and then they'll be shelf stable. But now let's see how they taste. So good. By pickling the fruits, you remove the astringent flavor and it soaks up the flavor of the brine, which is delicious. The brine is just like a dill pickle that you would get from the store with a subtle sweet heat flavor. You could use this same brine to pickle just about anything, but it's a great way to repurpose these unripe fruits so that they don't go to waste. Just like most of the fruits from my garden, the seeds for these will be available on my Etsy if you want to grow your very own tree. Until next time, get outside and see what you can find.